Ready for me to make the next step on the loaded potato casserole. So I drained the potatoes and they are in this bowl. And I'm trying to do this because I don't want to have my back to you, so I'm sorry. In this pot, I have butter, cream cheese, milk, garlic powder, salt, and pepper. And I melted it all together. And now I'm going to pour this over the potatoes. Try to get it all in there. Okay, I think we're good. I think I scraped it pretty good. I'm going to go one more time. Okay. Now, I'm going to mix this up a little bit. Not a lot, but to incorporate everything. I hate when the cord does that. I think we're good. So I'm going to get that out of there. And I'm going to add in the bacon. And I shredded cheese over here. I'm going to add in the cheese. I'm going to try to fold it in without making a mess. This bowl is just kind of not big enough. I should be using my hands. I hate using a spatula, but this stuff is hot. So now I'm going to take this spatula and I'm going to fold all this cheese and the bacon into the potatoes that I just mixed without making too much of a mess. Okay, I think those are pretty well folded in. Now I need to put this in a 9 by 13 pan, and I do not have that ready, so hold on 1 second, and I will get it ready. I have a 9 by 13 pan greased up, and the potatoes are going to go in, and I'm going to try not to make a mess doing this. The bowl's hot, so I'm trying not to burn my hands doing this. I don't know if the bacon really mixed in very good. I tried, but that was a big amount of potatoes in that small bowl. So the bacon may not have equally spread out. Okay, I think that looks like I got pretty good. All of it. This is ready to go into the oven, but it's not going to go into the oven until closer to dinner time because it's only going to take about 25 minutes. The one thing that I did do a little differently is I put all the cheese and the bacon in with the potatoes, and it had said in the recipe to set some aside to sprinkle on top. It's fine. It's always fine. But yeah, that's ready to go in the oven. Now I'm getting the carrots ready. I have melted butter here, and to the melted butter, I am going to be adding some garlic. Okay, just keep adding it in there. Okay, that should be all of the garlic. Get all that off of there and scrape. There are no, this is just peeled garlic, so there's no of the peel in here, so I'm wasting no garlic. Trying to get it all off of here. Okay. To that, I will be adding, bear with me guys, Italian seasoning. And I put my spoons over here. Here it is. Hopefully I got enough. I have to refill this. I'm low. There's my Italian seasoning. I'm going to put it behind me because I know I did it then. And then I'm going to just use the rest of this parsley in here. I don't know where my extra is, but this will be enough. So I'm just going to pour that in there and I will refill that. Then I also need black pepper and the one thing that I forgot to grab, some salt. Okay, and to that, I will be adding, oh, I have that over here. Haha. I have to add, I'm using this Tuscan style because it's the Parmesan that I have. Hold on a second here. See if that got moved. Can you see me? Haha. Okay. Sorry. Sometimes it gets away from me, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I have the shaved Parmesan. Well, it's actually Romano, Asiago, and Parmesan mixed. Even better. Okay, I think that's good. We're going to throw that in there. And all of that I dropped. That ham is starting to smell so good. Okay, and I need a fork. Now, I'm going to mix all this. I probably should grab a spatula so I make sure that I scrape all this out of here. Oh, that smells so good. Okay, so what's going to happen next is I have my carrots already cut. I'm going to toss this with the carrots, and then I'm going to leave it sit until it's time to go in the oven, and then I'll just make sure that it's all mixed in really good, and then it's just going to go on the roasting pan and roast with that stuff on there. So I'm going to throw that in the water, and I'm going to dump this. Hopefully you guys can see this. I will move it over. Make sure we get all that yummy goodness. And I'm going to stir this into the carrots. And I'm probably just going to use my hands. Oh, this is going to be good. I didn't want to go with like a honey glazed carrot because I've got a honey baked ham, you know, like we don't need everything to be sweet. So that's why I went with the Parmesan carrots. So there's just something a little different than sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, that's just going to sit until I need to put it in the pan and bake it in the oven. And I will show you what that looks like when that comes out. Washing my hands really quick before sorry. Okay. Making my Dream Whip chocolate pudding frosting. In here is the package of the Dream Whip envelope, package of chocolate pudding, instant. It's got 1.5 cups of milk in there, and I almost forgot the vanilla. I need a 1/2 teaspoon. I might have the 1/2 teaspoon dirty, so that's not going to do me any good. Let's see if I have a clean 1/2 teaspoon. Sorry, guys. And I have a clean half a teaspoon. Okay. We're going to add that in. And then this is 6 minutes with the mixer. And then I will show you when it's done. All right, I whipped up the pudding frosting. Here it is. I'm going to put it on the strawberry cake. I think I got it all out of here. I don't think I'm going to get any more. This one's a hard one to spread with. The other ones are... Woo. It's that corner. You turn it. Oh, I missed the pan a little bit. Okay. Good to know. See? Visually impaired problems. It happens. I didn't even know I missed. You guys probably saw me do it, but that's where my vision's at. Didn't see it. We will wipe up the side of the pan. I don't think I lost icing doing that. I think we're good. I'm going to wash my hands before I wipe that. Stop the timer. That is the timer for the ham. So the ham's going to be coming out of the oven, but I'm going to be waiting a little bit before I do the next step on the ham. It's just going to sit and hopefully cool off enough because I kind of have to handle it a little bit, and I'm hoping it cools off enough so I don't burn the heck out of myself trying to handle it. And there, that is, I'm not going to mess with it too much more. I'm actually going to try to get that a little, I dug too deep. See? I do mess things up. I mean, it's just a design on top of a cake, but it matters to me, so hold on. Let me get that off my hands. It'll be easier to deal with here. I'm going to go this way first and fix that. And now I'm going to go this way again. It's the spatula. I don't usually use this because the way it is. But okay, this is going to go in the fridge until dessert. As you can see, the ham's out of the oven, and we're letting it sit here for a moment until I do what I have to do next because I don't want to do it until right before we eat. So I'm going to let that sit. In the meantime, I preheated the oven for the carrot temperature that we need, and I sprayed this pan down with olive oil, and I'm going to give this another good mix. These are the carrots, and then I'm going to spread all this out. I'm going to try to get everything I can out of the bowl. These are going to go in the oven for 25 minutes, turning halfway through. And I figure I can get this done now, and then if need be right before dinner, just warm them back up. I mean, that, I'm sure it'll be fine. Ouch. Got garlic in a cut. Yeah, so as soon as the oven comes temperature, that's going to go in. And then once that comes out, I'll be doing the potato casserole. Like I said, get them ready, then both of them can just be warmed up. I had made French bread the other day for dinner. I still have almost a whole loaf. I'm just going to warm that up right before dinner. There's nothing wrong with it. It's fresh French bread. I think that'll go good with some butter. And that's where we're at right now. I will come back and show you any other steps I do. Okay, The carrots came out of the oven. I just took them out of the pan and put them in the bowl, and I'm going to cover them, and then I can just throw them in the microwave. Now I'm going to set the timer. I'm set the temperature on the oven so that I can bake the loaded baked potato casserole. I am working on what I'm going to be doing with the ham. Didn't have a couple of ingredients. Had to send Jason to the store, so that's where we're at, and I'll be back. There is the loaded potato casserole and the carrots, the ham, the glaze for the ham, some butter, the green onions for the casserole,